Hello, hello. Welcome to episode 16. Today is going to be an English version of this podcast because we have a special guest, and it's one of my old friends, Reese. Hi, Reese. Welcome.
Hi there. Yeah, so my name's Reese, and I can give a little bit of a introduction after... Oh, shoot, Eric, I didn't follow the script. Can we start that over?
No, it's fine. Let me just finish the intro. So I think we met in an exclusive Amazon mastermind group of some sort, or I don't really remember. It's like 8 years ago or something. 3 years ago. And we had some intense discussion on the Amazon PPC, SEO, and geo rankings and all that cool stuff from mastermind or the other YouTube videos that we saw. I think Reese and myself, we worked in this Amazon business for 8 years. We have our own brand, and we work in the company to help a brand, and then we have some service. We have very similar background and experience with leading a group of BAs and to help their brands and all that. Okay, so Reese, welcome. So your turn. So good to have you here, and let's dive right in and give our listeners a brief introduction of yourself.
Yeah, so my name's Reese, and I started 8 years ago on the Amazon journey, self-taught, went through just some online courses and basically ran a couple of my own brands. Now I help manage other people's brands on Amazon, and then recently, I started working on an overseas recruiting company, Recruit Tandem, and we help find virtual assistants and other overseas workers for online businesses.
Cool. You just started another side hustle, you build your own LLC and then you start helping, try to help more people?
Yes. So I actually was finding my own virtual assistants in my own business. And that was where I started with the interviewing process of having them go through certain challenges to vet them and just make sure they have experience. And then I was doing that for friends just on my own of hey, why don't you have your first virtual assistant? You've been doing your customer service for years and you're short on time. You should really be delegating some of these lower level tasks out. So I just did it for friends, and then I started doing it for clients, and then I was like, I should... Exactly. And I was like, it just seems like there is a real opportunity here. And so that's where I kind of launched it as a side business, since I saw the need.
Yeah, I think I like it. I like your idea of starting this business, because at the same time we're helping these people, the VA, they need a job, and then we're like a bridge them to the Amazon sellers. They cannot spread themselves too thin, so they cannot do everything. They cannot be a copywriter and then a talented designer at the same time. Very few, right? Yeah. That's
true. I mean, you can only be really good at so many things, and so I'm really in the school of thought that if you're not great at it and you don't have a lot of time, you might as well find someone that is. Yeah. Exactly. And that's what freedom is. It's hiring out the things you don't want to do, and then you just move so much further, and then you even, move faster because you can only do so much as one person.
Yeah, I think that's the Robert Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yeah, he always say that, you need to borrow money from the bank and use the money to make you money, not to trade your time for money. Yeah, so that's the idea. All right.
No,
amazing. So I think we have a lot to talk about in your business, your service, and then the process. But I think it's August, end of August, so it's approaching Q4 in the next year. Do you have any new horizon for you in the year 2024?
Yeah, I'm just hoping to help more businesses with their online or with their Amazon side. So always looking to help out anyone that needs help running the Amazon side of their business. And then also in regards to help finding talent abroad, whether it's like a VA, an executive assistant, if it's like content writers, essentially whatever role that you're looking for, we can specifically seek out that person and then vet them out. And with Tandem, which is the name of the with the recruiting company, you only pay once we find you a hire that is successful. So it's a finder's fee that we take, and we got paid over 2 months, and then you only pay it as long as you're happy with the person you're hiring. So I would say those are the two biggest goals for 2024.
All right, I understand. I think maybe we need to put the numbers down in the show notes on the finder's fee, and then the what do you say, the first 2 months. I think we need to put the numbers down for maybe our podcast listeners that they are interested, so they can reach out to you and then just get it going, kick it off, and for you to find some people for our audience to, take some of the stress out of their shoulder, and then, use their time and their entrepreneurial mindset to grow a different strategy to grow their business. They deserve to do that as a business owner, right? Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. We can provide that.
Yeah, that sounds really exciting. Now I got this chance to invite you to join my podcast to discuss this, because we all know. Let's discuss a little deeper on that. For brand owners and Amazon sellers, specifically in Taiwan. I think the people I know, I have another a group chat of people 500, approaching 600 people. They are all Amazon sellers, and then I don't think they have enough staff or knowledge or a localized concept to penetrate the US market, and they're facing challenges like a language barrier, and then being short-staffed, and they are not familiar with the effective marketing strategies. So, the clients you have right now, what kind of advice would you give them? My friend, our fellow sellers in Taiwan.
Yeah, so I would say focus on your strengths, and if possible, just hire out for the things you're not good at. If there's something you don't know, it's typically better to just seek out that information either through courses or staying up to date on new Amazon strategies. But if that's something you can't do, find someone that is able to do that. And then same with different parts of the business. If there's something that you feel like is a weakness of your business and you don't feel like you can get there on your own, then I would say the best bet is to hire someone who can do that specific role or tasks, and supplement your business that way with hiring people, because there's only so much that one person can do, and you can't be great at everything. So if that's the case, find someone who is good at the things that you're not good at.
All right, I think I have another personal experience I can chip in. So when I was the last year when I was in the US, actually, to be honest, I don't know if my boss or my previous boss or my colleagues from the previous company that were ever heard this, but I'm planning to leave, right? So I have to do my job on my work, on my 9 to 5. So I think a lot of people they don't just burn the boat and then go all in, and then there is a transition period of time when they still have a 9 to 5 job, and they're doing Amazon selling as a side hustle. So that is a perfect timing for myself when I try to do that. So I need to hire out sourcing the product, right? So I remember I find 2 people. So one is doing the product research, and the other one will do the product sourcing on 1688 or Alibaba.com. So I had 2 people for 1 or 2 hours a day. And then after work, I'll just talk to them to see what is going on today, tomorrow, or this week. Then how many product selections that we have. And then what the prices and the supplier negotiations, that time-consuming jobs that I don't I wanted to do myself, but I don't have time. So that is the delegation that, for paying people that, I cannot say leverage. I think we can say, we pay them for their talent, for their time, their effort to help us do something when we are on a 9-to-5 job. So
yeah,
that's one way to do it. And the other, I don't know if you have any instances for these people. So I can say if you are not 100% just tell your boss I quit yet, and in the transition period of time, you can totally hire a few VAs to help you do this and get it going.
Oh yeah, and just going off of that, I feel like even if you hired someone that has more experience for a quick call to run them through your business, and then seeing okay, sometimes when you're starting out, it's just hard to know what to do next, and having that focus of the steps of what do you need to really work on in that process. And if you have someone with more experience, they can see your business on a higher level and be like, oh yeah, you should actually focus on this. And then this is the next step you should take. So they can kind of provide a map for you to follow, just to give you more guidance and direction. Because I know when I started out, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so overwhelming. I've never done this before. What do I do? And even what you were saying with hiring out with getting additional help. I remember for me, it's I hired a sourcing agent. And then when I did that, I wasn't having to stay up late to get on the Asian hours.
It was time difference. Yes.
Yes. I was up so late just trying to negotiate. And when I did that, I was like, oh, this feels like a superpower. My time is freed up. And then when I wake up, I have the answers I need, but I was able to sleep and not, have to stay up super late. So really, when you start to delegate, it does feel like a superpower of getting stuff done when you're, not doing it, and realizing you can be productive without always having to do the work on your own. It's a different way of thinking. It's a way of working more on your business instead of in your business. And I think the whole reason we do this type of business is to have financial freedom, but also time freedom. And that means setting up the systems and the processes and hiring the people to give us our time back.
I think I need to highlight that. So you want to work on your system, not in your business, on your business, not in your business. So don't involve yourself, too deep in the doing. So I read a book, Run Like a Clockwork. So you need to identify 80% of the do should be delegated to someone that is trainable with the talent for them to do, and then the business owners should do more of the design and then the decision. Yeah, so therefore these do, delegate, design, and decision. So I learned that from the book. So as you grow in position in company, in the system, and then to be a boss, you need to do fewer and fewer of the doing. And I just realized that there's the time zone thing, because now with the 2023 is a big year for AI, so everything is AI. So a lot of people try to implement the chatbot for the customer service, and then I don't see a quite good result when people are complaining. Sometimes the customers, they just need the emotional support, or they need to yell to someone sometimes, and then even it's a chat or it's a phone call that they're expecting someone to pick up and really listen to them to fix their problem. And if you have that in there 24/7, and most likely if you are in the US, or you're either in the US or you're in Taiwan, but you cannot. No one can do 24/7. No one. So it has to be someone in different graveyard shift, or some sort of automation. that, oh yeah, that, but you just cannot do all the customer service yourself. If you have a lot of orders, you have a lot of inquiries from customers, it will be a nightmare. You'll never get a sleep, right?
Yeah. And even if you don't have a lot of customer questions or inquiries, just the fact that you don't have to think about it and like even log in once or twice a day to check it, just it frees up your mental space to not have to worry about that one thing. And you can have someone write out in a spreadsheet and report to you weekly what the issues were from your customer support. But I would like, even when I was starting out, it was just like, it was so nice to just have one less thing to like check, even if it took like 5 minutes. I just didn't have to create any headspace for those issues. And then that would free me up to like worry more about strategy and all these other things. So yeah.
You know what's interesting? I just remember that when we first hired the VAs that we first worked with them, they're new, so they're afraid of making decisions, or so sometimes the designers, sometimes they create different versions for me to pick, like the which of the design for this banner, this color. I have a different versions for you to choose from. And then I was like, okay, first of all, I'm colorblind. Like I'm colorblind. I'm not a designer. So you are the designer. So, and this is our brand tone. And then, we want to put this on Instagram, and then you do the research, and then you just, sometimes I just give them like one decision, and then I'll give them the direction saying that, don't bother me with this color, or choose, or a framework, or the angle you want to say. I don't want to give you that decision. Let's put it on let's upload it, or put it in the campaign, put it in the funnel, and put it in the email campaign. Just let the numbers do the talking. Let the numbers do the talking, right? So,
yeah,
I don't know which one's good. Let's upload all of them. Yeah, and then the social media manager is the same thing. I just tell them, I hire you because you're better with social management. You have the followers. You know how to grow your account, and then you know what kind of post in what time of the day, of the week, to get more engagement. I don't know, so don't ask me. Just plan it and do it. Yeah, that's the Well, that's the level of the my safe freedom I'm trying to get. Don't bother me, right?
Yeah. No, I totally get that, and I think also too, it's like you want to empower who you're working with to make these decisions without you, because that is the reason why you hired them, for them to do that work, because you don't want to do the work. And I think that's where the hiring part is so important, because even with thinking of like general virtual assistants, it's like we really seek out and like vetting people that are more proactive and they are able to do more of these decisions on their own, because it's like you want someone empowered to make the decisions that you aren't able or aren't wanting to make. So it's not just someone that's like willing to take direction, but you want them to actually be proactive and make decisions on their own. And I think when you have that too, like these businesses can be very, very lonely. It's like a lot of it, the time, they're solo entrepreneurs that start off on this, and it's just you. So I think when you make that first hire, you finally feel like, oh, wow, I'm not in it entirely alone. Yes. It's like I have someone to lean on. If something goes wrong, they can help me with it. And yeah, you're just not doing everything yourself. And
yeah, when you get an order, or you close, or you get a lot of engagement on a post, even that, right? Yeah. I think I'm gonna ask you a quick a question. So when you are trying to work with someone, like there are different vetting, but like let's say a scoreboard card or something like that. So they have the talent, they have the personality, like you said, their responsibility, their internet connection, their a lot of different reasons. Which one do you see is the most important when you decide, okay, this is my hire?
Yes. I think one of the biggest factors that go along with any task or any role, no matter what it is the ability to figure things out and be proactive and problem solve. I think
like a learner.
Yes, because you don't want to have to be hand-holding someone in every single task. And the whole idea of outsourcing is to where it can get done without necessarily your help. And so I think we have a lot of challenges and questions, and just even in the interview process of just kind of trying to understand how this person thinks. And the best people I've hired are always the ones that end up Googling and just problem solving on their own. And when, they don't know something, they really try to figure it out first. And usually they do. So I would say that is one of the biggest factors of finding a successful hire, and no matter what the role is.
Nice. Yeah, I think if our listener follow us to this far, I think it's time for us to give them a chance to reach out to you. So can you say again what's your the website or company name and the service again? Spell it out.
Definitely. Yeah, you can reach me at recruittandem.com. So that's www.recruittandem.com.
All right, and mention Eric refer.
Yes. And if you mention Eric refers you, I'll know where you came from, and
we have a Taiwan Eric discount of some sort.
Yeah, we could work something like that out.
All right, sounds good. So, I think it's a pleasure to having you here today, and I think your journey, and we both feel the same that with the entrepreneurial mindset, we want to build something, and we need help. We need a system. We need to work on that system that we design, and then we need to hire the right people in each of the position to keep the machine running. That is how it's done, and we just use the business to make money, keep the cash flow in, and then try to expand and grow it and streamline the process. There's a saying that I want to echo you on this. If your business cannot run without you, you have a job, not a business.
Exactly. And I think just going off of that, buy back your time. If that's something you're short on, buy it back. And the real freedom is having, that financial freedom, but then also that time freedom. And knowing this whole process and running your own business, it's hard. And so you're not alone in it. Just stick with it. And if you never give up, then you'll figure it out somehow. And there's people along the way to help you. So.
Okay. So don't be afraid to get some help to do whatever that you cannot do, you don't want to do, or you want someone to do it together with you, right? So Reese would be the helping force and the service that you can reach out to, and then just got a lot of experience, and then a lot of good vetting process can help you out with that. And then because obviously it's the English language is not a problem, so that we can that is not a language barrier that we can at all to help you to find that person and interview. All the process is done for you, and then find you the best candidate to help you grow your business. Okay, thank you very much again to come to my podcast. And hello,
thank you for having me, Eric. I really appreciate it.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. And you 1 year later, maybe we have more topics to talk about. Your business is growing to a different empire. I'll invite you to jump on my podcast and call again. All right.
I would love that.
See you in a year. All right.
Okay. See you in a year.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
感谢你收听耳之声，听众若是有介意，请去招恁朋友来听。